British scientists say they've developed a male contraceptive pill that can be taken just hours before sex. So, if you were a male, would you take this pill?
What do you mean if I was a male? What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I didn't mean it towards you. I meant in general.
All right, what is your question? Other than trying to guess the gender of your friends.
Would a guy take a contraceptive pill?
I'll say this. I will definitely say I've taken it. That I can guarantee you.
That guy won't remember taking that pill.
I get away with the invisible condom line all I can, so this one will probably work out as well. All right, let me bring in Eastside Dave here. David, I know you're, luckily for you, very watery sperm, have never got one past the goalie, right?
Absolutely.
Would you ever say that you took the pill when you didn't?
I would say, yeah. I would say I took it.
What is the problem with yanking it out and busting a nut on her? I actually think that it's even more enjoyable to watch her sit in her own shame. Earl, where are you on this one? You've never gotten one past the goal either, right?
No, I haven't.
You're one of those pro-choice virgins that are out there. You really don't do anything, and yet you go, I'm pro-choice.
No, I just when I do have sex, I usually.
Would you take the pill?
Yes, I would. Take
even
the
though
pill.
you could be killing sperm. Because I don't know what it is, and it's, I don't want kids. I don't like the idea of killing my sperm. Brain cells I have no problem destroying. Sperm makes me a little nervous. I'm worried that you'll turn into a woman taking this pill.
And that's how the pill works. It cuts off your fertility. It makes your sperm unfertile.
It sounds like it makes you more impotent than anything else.
Yeah, it sounds like a limp dick, like saltpeter. All right, let me go to Pitsy. He's on. He actually has sex. It's one of the few people I can talk to that's able to hop out there. Pitsy, here you are. You got your young girlfriend, right?
Yes.
She on the pill now?
Yeah.
Would you say, honey, it's not good for you to be on the pill? Because long term it's not for women. Would you switch up with her, and would you be the one who took it?
No, definitely not, because I'm the only one that can impregnate her. Like, her pill doesn't fuck with her like that, like it would with us. So I just leave her on her pill.
I'm very, very confused. Oh, like what you're saying is you'd rather her worry about long-term health things than you.
Yeah, that's
okay. Good. All right, that's good. And I do think that that's the male point of view. That really, if we're going to say, hey, it's your body, it's your choice, it really is their responsibility.
Yeah, I think though if you took it, there would be a way for you to be absolutely sure that you're not going to impregnate her.
You don't ever want to be a father, and that makes you nervous.
I mean,
even though you've tried to get your chick pregnant, you can't do it.
Certainly not now with the cash that I'm making and stuff like that.
But you have tried. You said you've left it in when you've spun the fucking wheel, and it didn't hit.
I always leave it in.
But even when she wasn't on the pill.
I know, but I have to.
But see, here's the deal though. Your sperm is probably as clear as your skin.
Yeah.
You probably are looking at some kind of a sick minnow. You don't even stand a chance.
No, I've noticed that too. When I've spanked it and it comes out, it's not silky white.
I'm willing to say this. Was it more clear?
It's very, very, silvery.
I'm willing to say this. With you and your chick, it's probably as close to a male can get to lesbian sex. It's almost like two vaginas rubbing.
There's almost no difference in pre-cum and cum with me. And I'm fine with that because pre-cum...
And your little sperm cells under a microscope have little red afros.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, let me go. Rich, you're on the Ron and Fest show. I'm Ron.
Yeah, 2 words. Smoke condoms.
I smoke condoms. I'm going to send you into the big-ass prize closet for that one. I like the attitude. I like where you're coming with that. Smoke condoms. Why can't we make that work? I mean, we have smoke pants. Why can't we just have a smoke condom?
You don't want a smoky vagina. And the smoke condoms are going to just give her smoke, especially if you want to go down, maybe nibble a little bit.
Brother, I ain't taking my cigar out even if I'm going down on her. I'm still keeping the cigar in. I'm going to keep it to one side because I'm a gentleman. But I really don't like the idea of relighting.
That's still going to catch a burn. Hold on, Rich. We're going to get you a copy of 9 Lives by Robert Plant. The 9 CD set contains all of Plant's solo albums and a bonus DVD thanks to Rhino Entertainment.
Denise, Sherman Fez.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good.
It actually doesn't block fertility. It keeps you from ejaculating.
Yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to. I want to ejaculate less.
I know you don't get to blow your load, and that's not as exciting, but, you're still going bareback.
It means nothing to us. Without the finish, and I know women are different, or at least you lie and say it's different, because with us, If it doesn't have that, it's worse than missing the end of a movie. I gotta stay all the way in. Now, what I do, Denise, see if this works for you. I'll just lie and say I didn't come, even though I did. I go, no, honey, stop it. Stop worrying. By the way, if you need me, my name's Charlie. My phone number 555.
You can't do that though, because when they get up, oftentimes I've seen it drips out of them.
Honey,
I've seen it.
When they get up, I'm through the fucking window. I'm out of there with my fucking fake ID.
Now they didn't say it's not you're not going to have an orgasm, just you're not going to have jism. I think that would be helpful. No paper towel. Think of how many.
So
money.
what are you saying? An inside orgasm? That's what you want?
I
You
want
are
an
a fucking woman.
That's gonna swell your nads.
Think of how many paper towels I'm going to save. Dozens of paper
You're
towels.
the cheapest fucking redhead I've ever met in my life. Seriously.
You might get more oral, though.
Right, I'll never need a batch rag.
Well, first of all, who wants oral if you don't bust that fucking thing? I gotta get off. I don't even understand it. This conversation is insane to me.
Your chick might be more willing to do it more often if every time she didn't get, Ron's food.
What is the point of sex if you're not going to get off? It just sounds like, hey, men, would you like extended frustration? This is fucking insane. I'd rather have my head held underwater.
This is what women have dealt with for centuries.
That's why we're glad we were born with cocks. We do not want to go through with what you do. Oh, why don't we just have a period once a month then? If we're trying to relate to women.
Please, that would be awesome. And have babies. Oh, that'd be awesome.
No, I'd kill myself. Seriously. I would fucking kill myself before I went through any of the things that you women do. I think it's 10 times tougher to be a woman than it is a man.
Absolutely.
I can't stand being constipated. Never mind pushing a baby through there, too.
How often are you constipated with that fucking white ass you've managed to get for yourself?
It happens.
I'm sure. That thing looks like a sewer. He fucking, after he takes a dump, he's got to put a manhole over that, manhole cover on just to keep it from happening again. Ah, what you've done to yourself. I don't know why anyone would play around with something as precious and as delicate as the ass. It's way too many things that can happen,
and there's no going back. That's for sure.
Well, you're out of your mind there, Denise. This pill is not going to happen.
I think it will, but and I'm looking forward to it.
Now, you're married?
Yes.
What's that poor pathetic bastard put up with?
Oh no, that poor pathetic bastard is begging me for a child number 2 because he's one of 7 Irish Catholic, and I don't really want to do it again. Oh
boy, drunk Irishmen, they love having their kids. They can't get. They want 8 kids and no jobs. That's their whole fucking point in life.
No, he has a job and he's willing to support them.
Today.
It's just he wants a million of them, and I don't want to take care of more than one.
What's he want? Him hanging off the roof? Bunch of shanty Irish maniacs.
That's how he grew up.
Yeah, people to. You know why Irish guys love to have kids? People to drink with. Just all of us get together. A fucking designated driver. All right.
That's what his pregnant wife is for.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. She's out of her mind. I do not. And Dave, you're out of your fucked up mind, too. I got no time for you anymore.
Makes perfect sense to me.
You don't want to come.
It eliminates a mess. I'm still getting the orgasm. I'm just eliminating the mess.
Where's it fucking going? That's not an orgasm.
No, just air, Ron. Just and then no.
That's what you want to do? You sick bastard.
Could I change my mind on this? I didn't know all the details about this.
No, I didn't know this part either. And in fact, this is not going to. This won't sell a dozen if you can't come. If anything, some of those guys who come too quick are going to want it. But then when they find out what it's like not to come, they're going to like, fuck it. I'd rather just come in 4 seconds. I hate to say an Al Dukes, but I can't think of somebody else better. Remember, he told us that story that he got so excited his first time, he didn't even make it in. He just hit the sweater. He hit the softness of the sweater on their way down and fucking ruined it. That's insane what goes on. Jeff, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, man, what this chick ain't getting about not blowing your load is that you're going to end up with the worst case of blue balls every time.
Everybody's been through that experience where you say to yourself, I'm going to hold off on this, and then before you know it, she backs out, and you're fucking stuck with that problem. Forget about it. We'll have more wars than we've ever had before. You will see a world on fire if this pill goes through.
It doesn't make sense because anything in your body that wants out and you try to keep in ends up hurting you, whether it's a burp, a sneeze, anything. So you try to keep this in. That's bad news.
866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Here's Matt. Matt, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, the only reason Dave likes this is because there won't be any evidence on the dog's coat anymore.
That's not necessary and untrue.
And
You
it's
know,
good
the-
for pets.
You know the whole thing about you and the dog, right?
Yeah, I get it. I remember that story. I told it. And I'm not ashamed of it. I am's what I am's, Mr. B, is all I'm saying.
Popeye? Is that you? Let me look at you. Popeye?
Yeah.
You probably stuck your dick in a can of spinach.
I'm starving. Any veggies at all, Earl?
Fresh out.
Pre-opened.
We're fresh out, and no, we don't have any pre-open.
All right, here's Turtle to give us the real story. How you doing, Turtle?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey.
I could probably explain to you how this thing works. It probably blocks sperm production in the balls, but you're still going to have semen for ejaculation, so you probably will still come, but it's just not going to have any sperm inside of it.
It's not going to be any cum that you're going to be proud of.
Well, no, it's more
It's
like
shameful cum.
it's shame cum, exactly.
Yeah.
Dave, you suck.
Thank you. I like clear cum when I have...
What's it taste like? Is it fucking delicious? Gives you that vanilla taste you're after?
Never tasted. I tasted my pre-cum once. But...
I'm going to seriously, I'll fucking throw you out the window. I can't even fucking sit around. Look, you just made Earl gag and run.
Curious.
Puking.
I bet you were.
It's like 16. We've all done something like that, no? I mean...
No.
Well, I did. And I was curious, and I found what it tasted like. Sort of like a salty little vinaigrette. That type of thing.
Ow. That's for nothing. Seriously, that's just a fucking warm-up today. God, this show's gross. It's just fucking gross. TH, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, good, Ron.
Yeah.
Here's what they're gonna end up doing with it. Buddies are gonna buy it whenever you got a buddy with a hot ass girlfriend, and then you're gonna put it, lace his drink with it, so he doesn't get off and has to be all frustrated all night, piss him off.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's more thing, if you're gonna dose people, seriously, you belong in jail. I have my own feelings about any kind of dosing. You know, and I'm not anti-drugs. I think people should do what they want to do. But I do not like giving drugs to people who didn't plan on it. I've seen it go bad. There's a poor fucking kid from my neighborhood still in the nut hut now because he didn't know how to ride out acid at 14. And I wish that was a fucking joke, but it's not. You guys start throwing these fucking pills at your buddies, and it's going to suck.
The appeal of these pills is supposed to be that you can take them just hours before sex.
Christian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah.
Hey, I was just going to say on this whole thing, rape victims aren't ever going to be vindicated again. They're going to lose out on that.
So your problem here is that rape victims are not going to be come into. That's why you're against this. You need your rape victims to be full of fucking splooge. I can't understand the logic that goes on. Dave, I'm not saying that you're getting smarter, but you're no worse than some of the callers.
Thank
I
you.
mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Well, I appreciate
You're
that.
easily as dumb as some of our callers.
Smart, you mean, not
No.
dumb.
I mean that I think that you're the stupidest person out there, but then I see these blinking lights, I go to one of them, I see somebody that maybe you could end up beating it and fucking password.
I speak for the blue-collar Joes out there.
Why? You've never had a blue-collar job in your life. You fucking worked as a waiter for 7 years.
Yeah.
Your service industry.
Okay. So I work for the brown-collar Joes out there.
I've never... Brown collar, what's that? Some kind of an ass joke I don't know about?
No, I mean, there would be the level below blue, I would assume.
Yeah. Or I would call it a guy in a skirt.
Oh, yeah.
Can I help you? You guys need anything?
I had a bow tie on. Come on, that's manly.
Yeah, but still, it's not manly when you go, well, can I get you some apple pie? It's yummy. You got to admit that. I mean, everybody's got to do what they got to do. But I'd rather fucking hit an old lady in the back of the head with a sock full of hot nickels than I would find out if I could fill up someone else's coffee for them. It's too much for me.
Hey, Life is Beautiful showed us that being a server is an art form. That's the way I looked at it.
What are you talking about? Life is beautiful.
In the beginning of the movie, his uncle was a server, and he said, this is an art form, and that's the way I always looked at it.
It is, for women. It's like fucking crocheting.
I don't see it like that.
I'm not comfortable with a guy asking me if I want any more coffee.
Why not? You need some coffee.
I'm not comfortable with this. A guy saying this is yummy. Ooh, you want to try this? It's yummy. I'll go. Is there a chick back there? Now, if I'm at a steak place, yeah, I want an old Italian guy coming over with his shaking hand, trying to pour wine in. Yeah, that's okay with me. I'm not comfortable with a breakfast served by a man.
Right, but I was at an Irish place, an Irish pub. So it was Irish food and Guinness. I think I fit the bill there.
Were you the only guy, or were you the only waitress that was a male?
No, there was another redhead, and his name was Eric, and he was referred to as the cute one. And I was referred to,
out of two.
I was referred to
by who? The other guys?
No.
Was this the world's only gay Irish bar?
Like the chicks who would frequent the pub would go, "Oh yeah, is the cute redhead here, or is the ugly one?"
God, I'm fucking
and I
sorry.
was the ugly one.
Seriously, I'm gonna stop picking on you. I really am. That's too much. That's too much.
It was too much.
Larry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Mr. B, that was one of the best cowbells ever on the show. I was waiting for it, and it was so sharp and so sudden, you knew it just had to hurt. It was one of the all-time great cowbells. I commend you.
I'll let you know a little something here. I threw it with the left hand. I threw that one with the left hand today.
I know my knuckles, though.
It was great.
I was just, the shit that you say sometimes, Dave. And it's not you, but it's your people. It's where you came from, that fucking town in Jersey that's just filled with weirdness.
Yeah. That's the Irish Riviera, though.
If you said that your parents ran, like you waited till you had a day off and then you gave your parents a little tour of the station and all, I wish I would have met them. I would have just fucking screamed in their faces, "What have you done? What did you do?" You met them, Earl?
Yeah, I met them briefly in the downstairs in the hallway.
What were they like? Normal people? Did they both look like Dave?
His father definitely looked like Dave. It was like an older version of Dave.
Great.
And it kind of had that Dave, like that befuddled look, and she was just like all business. She was just like, she was like, "Hey, we're going to go out to dinner. You want to come to dinner with us?" And she was like really take charge, and he was just kind of
Why didn't you go out to dinner with him?
Honestly, I was like literally walking out the door.
Let me tell you, I would have milked those money bags. I would have went out to dinner with him. I'd have been ordering all kinds of stuff and putting it in my coat.
He couldn't get away fast enough. We were going to Ralph's Ristorante, and my mom had says, "Earl, you want to come with?" She even addressed him. "Earl, you want to come with?"
First time she ever talked to a black guy?
No.
No, she didn't.
I bet not. I bet not. That gardener you had for a while.
No, honestly, I mean, I had to run out, and I didn't want to interrupt their. It seemed like it was like their family day, and Dave, you were really excited to see them. You were really happy. And you were like really.
Was he calling them mommy and daddy?
Yes.
Earl, why don't you do this? Order that new Barry Manilow and send it to his mom. She's got a big Barry Manilow craze. Yeah. Supposedly, your mom and Barry Manilow used to work together, right? By the way, that stupid album that he did sold 200,000 copies the first week. Yeah. The guy's a giant star.
Yeah, it was at one point, it was number one. Maybe for a week or so, but it was number one on the charts.
What do I care? What charts? What is this, 1958?
The Irish gay nurses and waiters charts.
But Uncle Barry used to work with my mom at CBS.
You call him Uncle Barry?
I do.
I'm one of those bet you never even met him.
No, I haven't. I'm waiting, though. And he worked with her, and I think they dated for a little bit. But he's the one who named me David. He said, "I love the name David," and my mom put that in the back of her mind, and when it was time for me to be born, she brought that out.
I wish there would have been Barry after him. I wish that you were fucking Barry McDougal or whatever the hell your name is.
Eastside Barry.
What is your last name?
McDonald.
What's the difference, McDougal, McDonald?
Yeah.
Why do you guys start with a Mick?
That's just the way it's easy to alphabetize us, I guess.
Micks and O's. This is all you have over there.
Yeah. Mick, not Mac. Macs are Scottish, and people got a problem with that.
All right, MacDonald. That's what I'll call you from now on.
Don't you do it, Mr. B.
You kilt-wearing girl. Why don't you put a kilt on and go get me some coffee?
I'd love to.
And then, why we allow them to this day, the Scots, to call that thing a kilt? You're wearing a Catholic girls' school uniform. That's what it is. Why don't they all say, "It's time to put on our Catholic girls' school uniforms and go fight"?
It's all about tradition. That's the way they used to do it back in the olden days, and you keep the tradition going.
Well, we all used to live in caves. Why don't we do that? Why don't we all go out and climb in a cave and eat a fucking lion raw? We all did that at one time.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of caves these days anymore. You can't find them in America. It's a lot of flat ground.
I say I don't believe in the tradition. Earl, how long have you folks been down out of the bush? How long when did you climb down?
Several hundred years, as far as I know.
So for 200 years, I mean, how far back? Let's be honest. How far back do you think you got to go in your family to find the first pair of shoes? I'm guessing 75, 80 years.
I would venture to say at least 150 years we were wearing
all right, so that's
shoes.
nothing in the course of time.
You know, going back probably to the Civil War, I think we wore shoes.
Yeah, that were made for you. What about your own shoes?
Wait, I think we made our own shoes. We had to fend for ourselves most of the time.
I never heard of that. I never heard of any Africans having shoes. You didn't get shoes until you came to this country.
I honestly couldn't answer that question. I don't know.
I mean, you think, especially living in the fucking jungle, scorpions and snakes, all kinds of shit to step up on. You think the first thing they would have came up with was hip boots. Instead, they just get enough cloth to carry cover their balls, nothing for the wife's tits, and off they go, jumping up and down around a fire.
It had to be so hot, you probably just didn't want to put anything on, including shoes.
And where are you going to walk around at, then?
I don't know. It's,
You know what the average lifespan was there? 9. They made it to fucking 9 years old on an average.
It went longer than that.
There was all kinds of shit that could bite you, tear you down, sting you.
They could have at least come up with sandals.
Something. I'm telling you right now, I'd be wearing boots straight up to my hips.
It'd be too damn warm.
I wouldn't care. First thing I invent, shoes. Second thing, air conditioner.
Just think of like a summer in Florida, then add like 20 degrees to it. That's Africa.
Yeah, it's just hot. Well, it's a dry heat.
That too. So why do you need shoes?
Because you see the shit that's on the ground. You don't want to step on anything over there. It's not like you guys were living in Tahiti, walking around on the beach. I'm not bitching about the Haitians. Go ahead. Walk around with nothing on. I don't blame you. Go swimming naked. You deserve it. You hit the jackpot. You were born in a beautiful place. But I'm not walking around snakes with no shoes on, Earl.
And it's not like shoes weren't in the area. I mean, they had sandals and shoe wear like in Egypt in biblical times, in the Holy Land and stuff. You would have thought it would have trickled down through Africa.
Trickled down how, Fez? You know, there was white guys discovering shit in like 1945 in Africa. That's how deep it got down. It's not like they were getting out, moving around too much. They were on their own. Now, luckily, we can fly over, drop some shit off in a box in a parachute. Here's some shoes. Don't eat them. Put them on.
And undersized Adidas shirts.
Yeah, they do. They do. You do see a lot of Michael Jordan wear in Africa now. What is it? Just stuff we cast off?
I think so.
It must be. Stuff we turn in the Salvation Army or something.
I was watching one of those shows there, trying to get money for people. They had flies on them. Guy's wearing a party naked yellow T-shirt. Like, what the fuck has he got the party naked about? Then I thought, he doesn't know what that says.
See the Air Jordan logo, the big...
You see it all the time. I don't know who's sending that stuff over there. Here's Chris. Chris, you're on Fez.
Yeah, we haven't heard a report from Earl in a while, and I would kind of like to know when African Americans started wearing shoes and why.
Earl, would you like to do a report?
I'm going to humbly decline that invitation.
Why not? I love your reports. You're the one who taught me about baby dinosaurs on the Ark.
No, and that's what got me. You know what? I'd rather not. I mean, because I would like to trace my family tree because I can only go back as far as the
1930s.
Actually, yes, that's absolutely true.
This is how far he can go back. He knows who his mom is, not exactly sure who his dad is. His family tree is a fucking stump.
I know who my father is.
Real father?
Yes. If you ever met him, my mother tells me all the time we look just alike.
Earl, you look like half the people I see in the NBA, but that don't mean they're your father.
Do not look like Carmelo Anthony.
I thought you did. Actually, I thought Manute Bol was your father. If I had to go that far back.